Oprah's knees bothered her for, as she describes it, 3 or 4 years before she had them replaced in 2021. I don't want to dwell too much on the sensationalized story of her struggles with her weight, but it's important to bring these up because many people who have their knees replaced also struggle with their weight. And in some cases, they're blamed for their pain and told to lose weight. Although Oprah's latest book, Enough About Her Struggles with Her Weight, are really more about self-acceptance. She does talk about accepting her biology and the fact that for her, taking Ozempic or a GLP-1 inhibitor was really a medical treatment for a disease that was not about her diet or how exercise was part of her life or how much willpower or self-discipline she had. So this idea that you are somehow to blame for what you're struggling with is a profound message for anyone struggling with anything, quite frankly. But it's worth noting that the way Oprah handled her rehab after her knee replacement is a testament to that character and that willpower that she doubted, even though it was great. Listen to this.
Experience of a lifetime, because back in 2021, I had my knees done. Anybody here ever had their knees done? Woo! Let's testify. So for 4 years, I was in pain every time I walked down a hill, and I was getting those injections in the knees, the steroid injections. But as you know, if you continue to get them, it actually gets worse. You don't improve, you get worse. So I decided to have my knees done. And let me tell you, life changed.
Yeah, it worked.
Life changed after that. And when you first come home, I could not lift my leg off the bed. I couldn't move my foot. And I made a vow that if if you let me walk again, I promise I will get myself in shape. I promise I will use my body to the highest possible good for myself and my health. And that's how it all started. So I started, like, not being able to, first of all, you start out with a walker. Which is very limiting. And then I moved from walker to crutches to cane. And then every day I would just try to do a couple more feet, a couple more feet, a couple more feet, until I'd gotten up to a mile. And the first time I did a mile, it took me almost 2 hours to finish a mile. And every day I would try to do a little more and a little more.
So total knee arthroscopy, or a knee replacement surgery, is done over 1 million times per year in the US. It's one of the fastest growing surgical procedures in the world. And the reason is simple. Osteoarthritis is increasing rapidly as we get older. And as we live longer with activity levels that are high in our senior years, the need to be functional is only growing. In parallel with that, osteoarthritis epidemic is on the rise. There's a growing incidence of this chronic degenerative joint disease, which is the leading cause of knee replacement surgery being necessary. And so it's predicted to more than triple in the next 5 to 10 years. Now, there's no way to predict how effective a knee replacement will be for any one person, but overall, more than 4 in 5 people who have knee replacement surgery find it to be life-changing. Or at least they say they'd do it again and report that they were satisfied with their procedure. Now, if you're one of the minority, the 1 in 5, maybe 1 in 10, who are not happy after your knee replacement surgery It's probably because of pain or stiffness or limited mobility or its impact on your sleep. Now, knee replacement surgery is not a small thing, but it's a lot less invasive and traumatic than it used to be. It's now a 1 to 2 hour procedure, typically assisted by a robotic instrument that helps ensure that the bottom part that attaches to your tibia and the top part that attaches to your femur are in perfect alignment. And with newer implants and newer techniques, the joints are lasting longer than ever, in many cases over 25 years. That's important because people are having their knees replaced younger and younger now. And of course, as we all live longer and longer, that means that you need that knee for the rest of your life, ideally. Now, some people end up having what's called a revision surgery, either because the joint has outlived its lifespan or because there are some complications with the joint. Now, ironically, sometimes it can be due to loosening of the implant. Other times it can be to stiffness and fibrosis in the implant. And sometimes a procedure called a manipulation under anesthesia is required to release that restriction, restoring free movement. But in most cases, what you can expect is a slow, gradual improvement in range of motion, pain levels, and function.